Hey, it's Jupiter from Manlius, New York here again with another round of Week 3 gameplay between JusticeBlinded and Drazkor. We're going to take a quick look at their decks. It looks like Eric is bringing his Governor Jove again, and Drazkor is bringing Elu Elubotan Guru Buckhuber. So this is a deck he's played before as well. So this is basically just a value deck, plays a lot of value, has like some good control elements across the board, has just quality cards and a pretty decent board state that it can build up. It is very fast in logos, having triple daughters, and has a lot of like ways to get archives in for the Edie to be able to stall his opponent. And then he does have the interdimensional graft, which the Edie trap is like you get them to get their amber high enough to compete with the Edie if they can't kill it, if you can protect it enough with the Hamagra on the foam. And then you just run it into them and use the graft to steal back all that amber. You also have like the Ronnie Wrist Clock's hit and run combo, pretty basic. Fidget's there, he's fun. Spike trap, smack the knife, just pretty all around just average quality shadows set. And then you see in Untamed he does have Ghost Hawks, which are really good for getting extra value. The Kangafant, a card that we haven't seen a lot of, is pretty fun, and that's a card that could provide interesting. And then he has Pampaka Anga, and Jaga, so he has both the Garfield kids in there. And then he has Anka the Spider, which is one of my favorites. Pose Pixies, which is really strong. And he does have Nature's Call, which is my second favorite card in all of Keyforge. So there's that. So moving on, we look at Governor Joe. This is Eric's deck. This deck is a beast. Like it has a really high roll potential with the Untamed suite. The Untamed suite can forge 2 keys out of nowhere, sometimes even 3 if if you get the right kind of lineup for it. But ideally, you're using your logos and your Ds to set your Untamed up for the kill. So usually you try to get 1 key like the real way by playing through logos and Ds, and then when you get the chance, you come back and you just smash the Untamed. The Arise can be used to pull back all those creatures and all those hunting witches all at once. And the Chota Hazri with the regrowth key charge, like it's super explosive when it goes off, but sometimes it can falter a little bit, as we've seen in the tournament with some unluck and stuff. So okay, so I'm going to tell these guys to go ahead. Good luck and have fun. This is a match of two people that I enjoy watching play, so it should be pretty interesting. So Drazkor gets to go first. He is in his main phase. He drops an Igor for value to be able to dig 3 cards deep into his library, and he's going to pass off his turn from there. So he still has Tata Vapors in hand, and he has some, like, a little bit of depth there at the Shadows position, and now he grows a little bit more depth at the Untamed position, though the Untamed cards are more late game than early game, so there's a little bit awkward. Whereas Eric has a very good starting grip with the Logos and the Mothers and the playing the archivists is going to let him archive his tools. So like right now, he like you can see he has Nature's Call already with the Chota Hazri. Those are both cards that are quality archive cards for those archivists if he decides he needs to use them. And he's going to probably come back and play out some of the D's creatures next round, but we'll see what happens. I'm guessing he doesn't want to handcuff himself as bad as he's handcuffed right now. So the Fidget does hit the table and a Spike Trap as he clears out a couple of the Shadows cards that we were talking about. And now we go right back to Eric. Eric is going right into his archiving mode, so he's going to start putting stuff away. So there goes the Chota Hazri, and we'll watch his archive because his archive will be important. And I'm guessing he took a Reap with the other one. Did he? Or did he fight? Like, I don't know what happened there. I missed out. He uses Archivist to archive a card. And he fought with the other one. Okay, he fought the Fidget. I guess he didn't want to deal with the Fidget. So the Drazkor comes back and he like populates with 2 daughters of his own. So now they're both drawing like more cards than they're supposed to. So it could get pretty scary that way and pretty quick. But Eric did manage to get his Chota Hazri into the archive, so that's pretty solid. So I'm guessing here he probably should look to go Dis. draw a couple more cards. Probably even use the gateway to get rid of those daughters, because that's a lot of advantage that he's giving up. Every turn those guys stay on the board, it's 2 extra cards. So it's not a horrible gateway, but it does leave him like vulnerable to other, like if he comes back and piles on a bunch of creatures, he might be a little bit vulnerable. So, but he agrees with me that having 2 extra cards a turn is just too much, and he comes back and smashes out some nice cards, some nice D's cards. Still has that Arise in hand too, so that's pretty powerful. Now, and he has the Library of Damn to add to his archiving ventures, so very strong. So it looks like Drazkor is going to opt to play his Untamed stuff this round first, which I find interesting with the Ghost Hawk. I feel like maybe going Shadows would have been okay. Get some of the Amber back and get set up to use the Ghost Hawk to get more value, but he decided he'd rather draw more cards earlier than later, so the Ghost Hawk goes down. We see the Master of Two doing work. That hardly ever happens. But we do see another archive attempt to be made, and there goes, I'm guessing, the Nature's Call. Is going to go to archive? No? I thought he archived something. Library of the Damned. Oh, he played Library of the Damned. Okay, so it just came into play. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. He had the lash in last turn. So here comes Drazkor. He is looking to add a Logos turn with Jar Google. And he has the monographone, the ward phone, we'll call it that. So now we see all these Logos creatures that were on the board earlier come back to populate and pose a very archiving threat, which is actually pretty good. This is not a horrible run for JB at this point. So we'll see what happens. It goes back to Drazkor. Drazkor has 2 options. He's probably going to go Untamed again, get value off the Reaps, and use his Unnatural Selection to trigger his Jar Google maybe. He does have the potential. I don't remember what he put under the Jar Google, but I'm guessing Jar Google is the one that would be out of the math here. Like a Mab. He did keep the Jar Google, so there must be something juicy under there. Was that the graft maybe? Did he put a graft underneath there? Yeah, I think he did. I think he put a dimensional graft under there. But we'll see. Seem to recall him having a graft, but I don't see it anymore, so I'm guessing that might be what got Jar Googled. If you're following along at home, you probably know. You're probably laughing at me if I'm wrong. I'm probably going, yep, you're right if I'm right. So kudos to you for paying attention. So now we go to Dees. He's going to come back, play the Ember Imp, get some more value off of that Master of Two. It's just wreaking havoc. So it was a Data Forge that was underneath the Jar Google. Interesting. So now it's in archive. So now it's sitting there doing good things in the archive. TCO with the new interface, I like it a lot. I know some people have said they don't like it, but I think it's great, especially for streaming. It's so much clearer. I have to think that this is definitely a bonus. Oh, you know what? I didn't F11 you guys. Here you go. Give you guys some extra board space. A little bit more spaced out for us to look at. Active player bar lights up when it's your turn. When you pick your house now, the emblem lights up. It's so much cooler. I like it a lot. It's very clean. So we're moving forward, and JB is looking like he is positioning himself very well to make a pretty heavy strike now that he has the Key Charge, the Chota, and the Nature's Call all in the archive. So it is a very interesting development as far as how he's stacking up his cards. See the cooperative hunting there? That's a really nice card too. It does really well with the number of creatures that is in the untamed house. We see Drazkor coming back and getting another Fistful of Shadows. It's never a bad thing. But now he plays the Edai, attacks stuff a little bit. But that's not something that the controlled hunting is worried about. Very easy to swipe off the Edie. Now what Eric is going to look to do is find his hunting witches. If he can find his hunting witches, he can combo. And the combo, like I said, is very explosive once it's there, and he's in pretty good position if he can keep enough time to get there. So there's one of the hunting witches in a Mermook, so that's pretty good. So, but he's also looking to grab his full moon, right? Like if he hits the full moon and both his hunting witches, that's pretty much game over. He'll make so much amber to forge a key that it'll be ridiculous. So that said, right now he's at 7. So he makes a key with the key charge, and he can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. You can only make 5 amber here extra on top of the 7 for the key. So probably not the time to strike, but he's doing the math to figure it out. And there is the Edai that just got washed away. Where did Edai go? He spike trapped his Edai. Interesting. How'd that happen? Did he like spike trapped? And then Kymor Eclipse returned cards back to his hand. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Now JB is looking to try to punish this. Like he's going to try to get a big turn out of it if he can. He has double hunting, which the only thing he's missing is the full moon. So now it's just a matter of how greedy does he want to be with going after the win here. I think he's going to buy himself another turn with these here. Put the hunting witch into the archive. So now he has like everything loaded up in the archive, and like if he draws the full moon, you're going to see this turn up, and go really deep. So Drazkor has to be feeling that this is coming. So it would be interesting. It's a good turn for him to replay his Edai. But instead he's going to go and try to hit off in the Untamed. Don't think he understands how Jove works. But maybe he just doesn't think that Eric is ready to go that big yet. But he has 6 cards in the archive, so that's a lot. So Eric's not in a rush yet, as he has a key hammer now as well, so he can basically stall another turn with the key hammer if he chose to. But he does want to get some cards out of hand to be able to draw more, so this might be the turn to go. He's basically doing the math now to see if he can get there. So If he comes out and he goes hunting witch, there's one amber there. So he'll go to 5. And then the next creature would be 2, so that'd be 7. Then the next creature would be 9. And then Chota Hazri, so that would drop him to 2. Then he can Nature's Call, bringing him back to 3, and play 3 more creatures at 2. So that's going to be 6, 8. So that's enough to make 2 keys in one shot, but he cannot make 3. So he discards the key hammer. Interesting. He's still hoping for that full moon, because the full moon will put this like through the roof. The good thing for this too is that he still has the cooperative hunting, and the cooperative hunting will clear the Edie, so that will make the keys still cost normal. Like he'll be able to blow up the Edie if the Edie comes, no matter what. So that's a big thing. But the problem with that too, well, the good thing with that too is cooperative hunting is that the ward won't matter, because he'll be able to pop it off for 4, so it won't matter. He'll be able to pop the Edie off for 4, that is. So no matter how much Amber goes into this Edie, into this archive, it's not going to make a difference. But what can make a difference is if he makes the second key here at 6, and he draws the 3 cards to his hand, he can win with Data Forge. So the counterpunch is that Eric may be waiting too long if he doesn't go for it now, as Data Forge is definitely a threat next turn. Focusing on Eric's combo, and I just realized that Drazkor has set up his combo as well, so decisions to be made here. What is Data Forge is plus 10 minus 1 for each card in your hand, so he'd have to have 16 minus 10, so 6, yeah, 6 and 6, that's perfect. Yeah, he's calling it now. He's like, lots of math in this matchup. I'm like, yeah, both sides. Don't want to make a mistake. Making mistakes is crucial. So Eric going now would be good too, because he'd be able to clear these creatures off the board, ideally like shooting them. If he's shooting them off the board, then he'll be able to stop him from being able to get his Data Forge. So it is almost like critical that he doesn't get too cute here, and he takes what he has. Either that, or he can. I guess a Twin Bolt can do work, knock down 2 of those creatures. He could buy himself one more time with the Twin Bolt Fogify, play the Pocket Universe out, and just go there. He could buy himself one more turn, and that's it. And then next turn he has to go no matter what. I think that's his optimal line, whether he thinks he has that kind of time or not. So. Hmm. Yeah, they still have like 70 minutes. They haven't been playing for very long at all. 65 minutes or so. So, moment of truth. Eric decides to go Twin Bolt emission, so he's going to actually stay in play here. He's going to take the optimal turn. He's doing a great job of figuring that out. Doing the math. There's his full moon. Now it's game over if he gets another turn, which he will. This is going to be super duper fun. Drazkor is about to get his head blown up. He's about to go, what just happened to me? Took till 12, turn 12, so that's actually really slow, like for a combo deck to get to, but it's going to be a one-turn kill, so it's all going to happen in one shot, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun to watch. He finally got to his full moon like he wanted to, and he's about to put this game away. There's really nothing Drazkor can do other than win the game right now. Which, oh wait, he can. He's got 10 plus, I say he has enough to make his key. Well, I didn't do my math there, but there you go. So good plays there. All right, so we'll go to game two. So as they switch over their game, I'll bring you guys up a little note. Let's go to index, sources, and we're going to put up this note. Fall, Mass Mutation Madness, 2-deck survival, Mass Mutation only, November 7th, 11 a.m. Eastern. $10 entry, $8 per 10 goes straight back to the prize pool, $2 for maintenance on the tournament and leading to helping with season prizes for next season. And we are giving away 20 luxurious playstyle Dark Amber tokens. So, yep, that is going to happen. So make sure you're there and that you get to see it. Is it set up on reversal? I don't see a timer on it. He didn't put a timer on it again. All right. Here we go into round two. This is going to be interesting as both decks are very fast. Crazy to see Data Forge go off last game and win the game on the turn that Eric was ready and set up to go off for 3 keys. So It's unfortunate. I was really hoping to see the three keys in one turn combo. So we see Drazkor come out and play Library of the Damned to get his own archiving tools up online and start to taunt Eric with the same shenanigans that Eric was taunting him with. So we'll see how many cards go into the archives here this game. Eric off to a pretty good start. His hand is pretty loaded with disruption and speed, so that'll help him. And Drazkor has an awkward-ish start as he has one Hunting Witch that is going to not really pull a lot of value, but he's going to archive the Fog Bank. He should have probably archived the Hunting Witch, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Now he's going to want to get his key charge over, get it out of the way. Comes the Jar Googler. There's the Edai. Eric gets Untamed out of the way. Wishes key costs to 8 for Drazkor. See the Shret and the Lash come down. Library of the Dam. He puts away the key charge. Response is a Tatau Vepa. Tatau Vepa used to archive more of the Untamed goodness. Jar Google going to work. Daughters. Edai. Engine is online. Eric is trucking along. Putting that pressure, getting it ready. There's the Data Forge, the card that did Eric in last game. No real way to get it to the archive at this point, but it is paired off with an interdimensional graft. But next turn looks like it really should be a Shadows turn. The Hawk will come in useful. The Ronnie wrist clocks will do some good. The Mug is imperative to get rid of that Imp at this point, so that's pretty sweet. There goes another card over to the... So he puts the Nature's Call away. Draws the Ever-Essence Principle. It's pretty good. Might be a relevant draw at this point, since Eric is about to get himself to 6 if he goes Shadows. Which he is. There he goes. He pushes himself to 6, kills the Ember Imp, and now he's allowed to hawk. He decides to hawk the Library of the Damned instead of the Lash. Interesting. Now he's got the Ronnie wrist clocks, and he has the Mac the Knife. He also has a Spike Trap that would be pretty useful right here. But it would kill one of his daughters, so he's going to protect the daughters by padding it with the Ronnie. Great move. And then Mac the Knife comes into play. And the Jar Google plays the Fog Bank, so there's no fights going to happen, and there was extra amber there, so he's up to 12. So Ever-Essence Principle is not going to be enough to get him off of the key, so playing it might not be worth it. But he's going legless anyway. But he does strip 6 amber off of there, so that's a pretty good strip. That's basically a whole key. But he lost his tool to archive all these untamed cards, so he's going to have to come to untamed at some point. And when he comes to untamed, he has to make a decision of how he wants to do that. We will find out what lurks. So JV is looking like he's about to play himself some Untamed next soon. He just Tattoo Vapored into a ton of it. But he's archiving his Shadows card. Interesting. Did he toss out the Data Forge? Data Forge is like online. Like, I don't know why he passed that one out. Like, he could use the Data Forge to make a key pretty soon. Like, he has 12 cards basically in hand at this point. Interesting. Alright, here comes a not so great combo. Not as explosive as it needs to be here. Gets him a little bit, but does not get him enough. Eric has to be very pleased to see that get wasted. Discards the key charge. Because at this point, he either gets the key or he doesn't. Unfortunate. I think Eric will end up winning this game, and we will go on to a round 3. Then it'll be interesting to see, because I'm sure Eric will pass on his he'll pass on bidding on the other deck if he's going to stay true to his cores and give back his opponent's deck to be able to play his own deck. So right now we see JB getting ready to do his math and get his rush on here. But I guess the regrowth will go towards getting daughter back. Being able to play 3 daughters would be pretty sick next turn. Fortunately, there's not really an amber engine in this deck to really take full advantage of the situation, but there is a Nature's Call. I'm guessing Inca is going to get some action. Alright, here's the time for the Nature's Call before we cap off the Jaga, right? Unless he's keeping the Nature's Call, but... Eric just piling on that amber. Big turn. And he knows that the outer essence principle is out of the way, so there's really not a lot, I think, that he's worried about right here. I'd appreciate if he didn't call dis. Exactly what he calls. He does not have the drumble like Eric thought he might. But he does have the Charette and the Schuler. Here comes the Ember Amp. Getting rid of that library. Hmm. Eric is going to be... He knows exactly what he can draw with Igor, so it'll be interesting to see if he yeah, he's going. So that Igor must be giving him something good. Not really. There's more value to the draw at least. He does go back down to only 6, so now he goes back into D's, plays the life ward. He's going to play the lash to get that tax on, and he's going to just reap and try to catch up here at 6 amber. He just draws the key hammer too. Wow, that's nuts. Kymor Eclipse is there, so we could see a pestering blow. Wouldn't really do much. Kymor Eclipse. It leaves the Shred alive there. Pestering Blow makes it have to fight, so he can't at least reap with it. And then Eric is able to put some stuff on the board there. It's good. Problem though is that the Keyhammer is there as well, so the Keyhammer Lash will work against him a bit. Guessing Drax is going to go Logos here. Basically use the Twin Bolt missions and the Mother to gain more advantage with the Gaddy Mine Assist and Archivist, and then blow up the Life Ward. So that way he can keep Eric from being able to really play any creatures here. Would be very convenient. Yep, exactly. Mm. Eric's at 3. How will he proceed? Looks like any way he goes, he only gets to play get 1 amber out of 2 amber out of he can get 2 amber out of playing Untamed and get some draw on, which I think he needs to do here. The graft is pretty much dead. Playing the extra mother or daughter is not in play. The only thing he can play in shadows would be the spike, because that's the only card he has. Playing only the graft, discarding mother seems bad, so I guess he's just gonna play the spike, but he's not gonna get to draw the extra card. He's at 7, but he's about to go to 13 here. So he gets lashed. And there's the Ember Imp. Draz is doing all he can to stall, but he's running out of tricks. There it is, he's out of tricks. If Eric can push through this and get to check, he can lock his opponent in Dece to buy turns, but that's about it. The Imp is pretty good. But he does have the spike trap to get rid of the Imp, so I don't know why he's upset. He could just spike trap the Imp, get it out of the way, go into Untamed and be okay. Guess play the Ghost Hawk, get that reap value, and then blow it up to, there you go. There you go. Eric's gonna get one. Yay, Eric. Unless the wild wormhole pulls something insane, which would be Eric's luck according to him. Or is he going to take a turn to just play Dece? But that makes no sense. He just might as well go for the Logos play here. Because as soon as he plays that, well, I guess he can draw 1 card if he lashes and libraries one of the, like the Way of the Bear or something. But that doesn't really put him in a position to win. Because he's not going to be able to forge a key off of whatever he draws. So I think this is where you test fate. Go Logos and see if the wild wormhole does it for you. No, he's going to play the long route. He draws a Master of 2. So all hope lies. Oh, wait a second. Eric has 13, no card archives, so no, you can't get there. Eric is so defeated. He's been beat up this tournament, and he just doesn't have faith in himself. Boom. It's all based on this wormhole play. So here comes the wild wormhole craziness. See if it gets there. It's gonna play all his pips. Fogify. Wild wormhole into full moon. Good game. Didn't quite get there. He wouldn't get there with the Chota either, because the Chota would take one away. So All right, 45 minutes. All right, so we're gonna go and move on to game 3 here. Let me give you guys a friendly reminder that the Fall Mass Mutation Madness Tournament is coming up on November 7th, 11 a.m. Eastern. $10 entry fee. $8 of it goes towards the prize pool, $2 towards maintenance for every player. We are giving away a set of luxurious playstyle Dark Amber tokens that were donated to us by Luxurious Playstyles. Maddie was nice enough to give us 20 Dark Amber tokens that we're going to raffle away to one lucky winner. MSRP $55. So you get that just for showing up and playing. You don't even have to win a game. You get a chance at that. So should be some fun. Give Mass Mutation some love. They haven't got a lot of it. They've only had a couple of instances. TCO ran it at Mass Mutation event, and that's about it. Like so, this will be another one for it. So let's go ahead and do this, and let's see what happens. All right. So we are gonna go look for the new game. Where'd it go? Drazkor is going to go first as we await. I don't know where they went. I saw them and then they disappeared. Oh, they're there. All right. Let's see what comes out of this. This has been a good series. A lot of tension in playing chicken. Uh-oh. There they are. Poo, poo, poo. Okay, sorry. Got caught up in the chats. Yep, so Eric did pass at 0 here. Sorry for the quiet as I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on, but I guess he passed at 0 so he could keep his own deck. And they're just going to play out game 3, even Steven. So Eric is putting faith in his deck to do the work. Can I help you, sir? Harlan has come to visit. Do you want to say hello? Here. He did say on the last stream, like that I was doing, I did get him to say Keyforge Fun. Say Keyforge Fun. Say Keyforge Fun.
That's right.
That's right? Yeah. Here you go.
That's right.
A flashlight? You want the flashlight? I guess Harlan wants me to turn on the flashlight. Alright. Can you say Keyforge Fun? Alright, so the game's off and going, and this is actually a pretty good start for JB as Eric comes out swinging a little bit on Drazkor here. Drazkor's hand is not horrible, but not great. But they are both moving, and that is important. Both of them have some speed to them at this point. We've just seen Drazkor draw into a really nice hand for turn 3 when he gets there, and JB gets to respond here. See if he puts out the life ward and tries to buy some time with it. Yep, he does. Strong play there. Really only gives him one option to go into Logos and play Tatau Vapors to try to set up his next turn. Almost a perfect time walker. Harlan, please stop hanging on me. Here. Go sit down. Go sit down. Hmm? I don't want the flashlight. Harlan wants this flashlight? There you go. You smell poopy. Alright. The day of a dad with a 5-year-old. Wants to play with the flashlight on the phone. Not any games, just the flashlight. Alright, so as we see here, turn 3 was basically a logos push. We still have no archives on Eric's side, which is not normal. But we do see that there is 2 cards in the archive on Drazkor's side. So he is actually opting to go after the Hunting Witch early and try to get that first key. I'm sure this will be met with resistance as we see an EDI come to the forefront and maybe archive a interdimensional graft for future use. Maybe not. It looks like he's going into Untamed. He's going to let him have that first key. That's an interesting development. This game's going a little bit different from the first game, as it is interesting. But he does push to get his own key, so he'll be a key apiece. This is all said and done, so that's not bad. He did stun both the Logos creatures, which is good. Now we see Eric make his key, but he also draws the key hammer. But he discards the key hammer, knowing that there's a key to be made here. So interesting. But he does tax him for 1 at least with the Mermook. So we have some interesting turn of events here, like the way this went down. Discarding the key hammer. I don't know if that was the right play, but I guess it's one. Because he could have key hammer lashed him this turn and made him pay even more for it. You'd had to pay 10. Instead, we are at 1 key apiece. Pretty even on Amber as a 1 and 0, so see how it works out. So that is a loaded Logos hand right now for Drazkor, so he's going to cycle all his cards, which is pretty good. He can use the Edai to put that Data Forge away again. Probably be a smart play. I would play the Gongoozle with nothing under it. Just leave it as a creature. Maybe put a Graft under it even, I don't know. But definitely would tuck away that that Data Forge, I think. So he does jar Google a Graft, which I agree with. Now he plays the Edai. There goes the Data Forge. And then he can just play this one for Amber. Not too scary. And pass. And there we go. Now Eric is looking at a pretty full board, and he finally gets a library, one of his other libraries online. So now he's going to start to really try to get into Deeth and use Deeth to build that archive again and find that full moon. It's really a matter of finding the full moon in the Chota, like the pieces basically. He's only got 8 left to draw, so let's see what he has already out of the way. Does he have anything? No, he's drawing live into all of his cards. So that's pretty incredible. So he's going to get a pretty good chance at getting what he wants out of this. The only thing that's kind of gone that would be nice is this regrowth. But I think he had 2 regrowths, right? No, just 1. So that regrowth is kind of bad to not have it. But if he has the key charge and the Chota with the Nature's Call still in play, that's a considerable amount of power that he can still get into with his combo, especially since he's already at 1 key. I think that was the crucial mistake in this matchup that might come back to bite Drazkor if Eric can get in line fast enough. We'll see. So he's just putting all these cards in there. He's like ready for this show to begin. Comes the charrette. Yankee, Yankee. Oh, there it is. There's the full moon. There's the Nature's Call. There's the Chota. There's the key charge. We're about to see some fireworks. We are about to see some fireworks, kids. Let's see, can he win next turn? This is their question. So he plays Full Moon, plays Hunting Witch for 1, plays Hunting Witch for 3, basically, and then he's going to play Bear, Murmook, that's 7. Then he can bounce Bear, Murmook, or at 7 he can play Chota. That would clear the 7, giving him 1 because the Chota would pay for itself because of the Full Moon, and plus 2 because of the other 2 Hunting Witches. So he would basically be worth 2 amber. So he'd be at 2, and then he could play Nature's Call for 3. Then he would get back Chota and 2 creatures, which would give him a total of 2 amber, 2, 3, 10. Yeah, he's easily got this next turn. Edai will not matter if it's in play. It will die to the cooperative hunting. But this is game over. If like right here, like Eric is gonna take this game 2-1. It's the flashlight. It has SOS thing he likes. Alright, so there's a pass. This is game over. Good game. Combo, combo, combo. Lots of combo. Eric is happy, hands in the air, cheering. He finally did it. He finally got there with Jove. So awesome combo. Awesome game. Goes up to get this first win in the league. Getting some shoes under him. But 1 turn too slow on the data forge, and that was because he gave a key early. So that was the crucial part. But at the same time, Eric actually had enough to make his 3rd key as well if he had had the key charge, which he doesn't. So um, he could have bought another turn basically because the key charge is in the last 4 cards. So like the difference between giving a key early and not giving a key early in this game was the difference. So with that said, this is Jupiter from Manlius, New York. Keep forging, stay forging, and make sure you tune in for more content as we have premium content coming soon for the people that want to watch the really fancy and dolled up versions of this. But until then, I'll see you around and I'll catch you at the next game.